Yeah, they can't call them Swedish fish because that's a copyrighted term. So they call them Finnish fish. Hello, welcome. I'm trying to find a list of things. ChatGPT out. Oh. Probably just gonna have to use Google. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Wow, ChatGPT, you are useless. That is not even close to the in that video. Oh my gosh. You're a bit quiet on my end. I turned Steam voice to 100%. Stream voice to 100%. Quiet on your end. All right. Huh. I can turn it up a bit. Hang on. Turn it up just a little bit. I am kind of quiet. I don't want to blast your ears out, so we're just going to leave it there. I got to turn this light on. Oh, that light's not plugged in. Oh. Dang it. I need to get the chair. I don't quite have the height to get past my desk to plug in this lamp. Ah! There we go. No! My external drive. It's fine. It just fell a little bit. It didn't hit the ground. Well, now I'm all tangled up in my Cat 5 cable. There we go. Frosty, I would say make sure your Windows volume mixer isn't messing around. You can do that sometimes. Okay. Just that's not really helping. Maybe if I put it down here. The mess that is my desk. What if I just hang it right here? Just hang it off my monitor here. That is not stable at all, but it'll work. Okay, what are we doing today? Well, I'm exercising my First Amendment rights is what I'm doing. But first, let's see. Congress says ignore illegal orders. Here we go.
And President Trump is once again at...
No, just give me the full thing. Here we go.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slot.
This is what I want. I don't have a pen. I got these markers, but I don't have a pen. Come on, there we go. Okay, we're back. All right. Welcome to the main screen. We are mad in America. Envelopes. I forgot envelopes. I'll be right back again. We're mad in America. This democratic stream. Hang on a sec. I need to put, to quote the medic, I have no idea. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll turn on the radio real quick. All right, we are mad in America. All right, hang on. I got to make a list here. Let's see. There you go. Senator Melissa Slotkin. All right. Senator Mark Kelly. That's the guy. Slotkin. Slotkin with a T.
Mark Kelly, Representative.
Representative. Chris Deluzio. Slotkin with a T.
Chris Deluzio.
Congressman.
I don't know if they're a representative, but we'll add them to the list just in case. Maggie Goodlander. Goodlander. Agent. No, it's not. No, absolutely not, Skater Squirrel. I cannot express this enough. This is not a hit list. You cannot say that in America. This is not what we are doing. Okay? This is not a hit list. We will not even joke about that. I'm just composing a list of people who don't need letters. Houlihan. Partner in Houlihan.
Houlihan.
Congressman. I don't know. I'll just put rep. I'm just making a list so I know not to send them letters. These are the people I am not
Jason Crow,
angry
that was
at.
a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
who take risks.
This is what I'm
Each
looking
day
at right
keep
now.
Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals.
against American citizens. Like us, you all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
But from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
you must refuse illegal orders.
You must
No one has
refuse
to carry
illegal
out
orders.
that violate the law.
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be.
Okay. We are going to be contacting the U.S. senators. We're going to start with the senators because there's only 100 of them. All right. Because there's only 100 of them. And obviously Bernie Sanders has decried the war, the attack on Venezuela. What is this about? Will the senators apply to you? It's up to them. Probably not, though. What is this about? There is a strike in Venezuela, and United States Armed Forces took captive President Maduro and his wife. We don't have the authority to do that. But we did it anyway. As President Trump wants to move in and give the oil to all the oil companies. He told the fucking oil companies about it before he told Congress about it. So, in the United States, the executive branch, which is the president, probably not, but this is the only thing Americans can do in their dictatorship, I mean democracy. The executive branch, which is run by the president, does not have the power to declare war. That relies solely on Congress. That is a congressional power, and they have gone too far for too long. Congress has sat back and done absolutely nothing, while the man who would be king tears apart our democracy, little by little. So today we are making our opinions known. So first I gotta write out their addresses. I can't write mine on here because, you know, I would dox myself. So that comes later. So let's see. Senator Tommy Tuberville. Four, 5, Russell, Senate, office, building. Probably could have abbreviated building. Washington, D.C., 20510. Trigger music. I'm trying to get my stamps out here. I bought like 500 stamps for this. It cost me $300. Alright, how do I... Maybe I could peel it from there. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're going to prepare both envelopes for both senators. They probably did this shit here too during the Cold War. Oh, definitely. They probably did crap like that all over. Look, this is... I don't know if you live in Russia, Skater Squirrel, or just kind of in that area. But this is no better than Putin invading Ukraine. 80B Brit. Like, what's to stop him from just... No, we can just invade whoever we want. For whatever reason we want. This is akin to, an office building. Washington, D.C. This is akin to, how to put it? Let's say you have a pool, and your neighbor wants your pool, but they can't just take your pool, because, you know, that's illegal. So you've got cops. They'll stop you from doing that. So he just breaks into your house and kidnaps you and takes your pool anyway. Rumors about bombing the plane that the nuclear chief scientist was in, but it was never confirmed. The official investigator said the plane crashed. I'd stick around, but I'm exhausted going nap. Have a pipe on me. Tell the senators lizard. I think I might have disabled the pipe. Can you double check? Let's see, manage power. Hang on, let me make sure. Yeah, metal pipe's still good. Metalpipe.mp4.
Metalpipe.mp4.
Oh, very funny. Pipe works, but lizard is... Yeah, because the VTuber isn't here. It's just meat space. It's just me and meat space today. Ah! Alright, so here's what we're going to be writing these two senators, because they're not on my list here. Joe, you might want to stick around for this. Maybe. Coward. A whale. You caught a whale in a lake. What is happening? This is it. This is all we're saying. Coward. I refuse to stand up for what is right. I refuse to stand up for our liberties. They are cowards. I should go get the big. Maybe I should go get the big marker. What do you guys think? It depends. Leaving the chaff on the side of the paper is diabolical. Yeah, I'm not, I've got a lot to get through here. I've even got a candy bowl over here. This is my reward for mailing two of the senators. Okay, that's Alabama taken care of. And there's more representatives than there are senators. I'll be right back. Okay. Winds of Eternity. This is the Final Fantasy III Overworld theme. Senators are governors, right? They're part of Congress, so technically, yeah. We have governors and senators. It's kind of like a That's just the term for it. But yeah, that's the equivalent. They're governors. All right, let's see. Senator Lisa Murkowski. I am not a very politically active person. The fact that I've been driven to this, I might need a different pen. Means I'm pissed. Washington, D.C. 20510. So I like walked into the post office. Dan Sullivan. And I was like, I need 500 stamps. You know, I said 500 stamps. But it felt like saying the 500 cigarettes. This is going to all senators and congressmen. Very few exceptions. 20510. Ah, my stamps. I figured I'd make a stream out of it. Prove that I'm doing it. And who knows, it may make the news. United States House of Representatives all receive a letter that says coward. Remember how to spell coward. That didn't bleed through too bad, did it? Nope. Now see, I could like assembly line this if I really wanted to. That bleeds through too much. I might not use that. Kind of want him to just open it up and just see coward. And I still got to put my own. I'm probably going to get a different pen. This one just kind of bleeds a bit too much. There we go. Alright, get a different pen, put this one away. I'll be right back. Okay. Better pen. I feel like you should include a snippet of the Constitution or something in there. That'd be nice, but take up way too much time. I'm trying to make a spectacle. All right, Arizona. Ooh, there's Senator Mark Kelly. He doesn't need one. He's on my list of people that are not cowards. Or Bible quote. That reminds me, I forgot to grab something. Thank you for reminding me, brave Sir Robert. Oh my gosh, that can get really tight. This is 100 stamps. I think it's wasteful trying to... Gosh. Reminds me, brave Sir Robert. You gonna put a Bible on the table? No. No, I'm gonna get something else. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, we'll do that, don't worry. You may or may not be familiar with the Book of Mormon. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Basically all it is the Bible is the record of God's people in Jerusalem and Israel in that area. This is just the record of God's people that splintered off from Jerusalem at one point and came to the Americas. And there's a story in here where the people basically split up into two groups, the believers and the non-believers. And, you know, after hundreds of years, the non-believers fought against the believers in really bad war. Anyway, there was this captain named Captain Moroni. He was the captain of the armies of the believers. Well, I guess I shouldn't say believers, but the just one faction called the Nephites. And they were waging war, and they were wondering why they weren't getting supplies from home. So Captain Moroni wrote back to the judges, basically the senators, and said, like, hey, why aren't you giving us supplies? Like, if you don't give us supplies, we're gonna die, and these people's lives are gonna be in your hands. So if you don't give us supplies, I'm gonna march our armies right back there, and I'm gonna take back control. And he was scathing in his remarks. And eventually he got a reply back from one of the major senators, as it were, that said, "Hey, I'm sorry you're having trouble. I want to send you food, but there's a big rebellion happening here. So bring those dang armies, man. We'll take back our capital. We'll get these food. We'll get this food." Yeah, Captain Moroni was willing to do what it took to defend his people. All right, Senator Mark Kelly. I just wanted to write to say thank you for standing up for what is right. Though we may not agree on many things politically or spiritually, I know you have America's best interests at heart. Please continue to fight for our country. Please continue to fight for our country. Do not let the petulant child in chief continue to don't let the petulant child in chief continue to erode our democracy. Yeah, that'll work. Praying for you always. I'm about to sign my name. I probably shouldn't let you guys see that. Okay. In this one, we try and tear along the dotted line. I take it off after the fact. That's good enough. Hold that up. Alright. Surprised if you could read my name out of that. Senator Mark Kelly, 516 Hart Senate Office Building. Washington, D.C. 20510. Come on. Senator Mark Kelly gets a nice letter from me. Who knows if he'll read it. Gets a stamp. There we go. Put it into the pile ready for my return address. Alright. It's been years since I've read the Book of Mormon. Read it because I moved to Colorado. People were making Mormon jokes. I had no idea what a Mormon was. Nothing made my friend happier than to ask him what a Mormon, and he was handing me a copy. Dang, no signal in my kid's school. Yeah, we're trying to get away from that term because it implies that maybe we're not Christians and we worship a guy named Mormon, which we don't. Worship Jesus Christ. So, but yeah, you can still call us that. Not an offensive term. All right, John Boozman and Tom Cotton, they're not on the list here, so let's see. Senator John Boozman. Five Dirksen. Senate Office Building. Washington, D.C. 20510. Senator Tom Cotton. 326. Russell. Senate Office Building. Two 0510. Yeah, I've decided I'm not religious anymore. I've been 100 churches with child and not a fan of leaders I've met. Understandable. You need to... Green. You need to... What you need to do is read the scriptures if you want to be religious. And figure out what kind of person you are before you join a church. You gotta remember, people are imperfect. Including myself. Unfortunately, do not have Jesus himself to preside over churches on this earth to get up and tell us how to be good people. We gotta find people that do their best to represent him anyway. If you want. But I understand your frustrations. All right. Yeah, come on. All right. Here's Arkansas down. There was a sermon I'll never forget, though. It was about toilet paper. There's not two pastors of Vietnam vets who just preach goodness. I think I know where this toilet paper sermon is going. Why don't you go ahead and enlighten us? I've got a good one about diapers. Yeah, Adam B. Schiff. They're not on my list here. The 331 Art Office Senate. Yeah, messed that up. Oh well. Washington, D.C. 20510. Senator Adam B. Schiff. 1112. Art. Senate. Office. Building. Washington, D.C. 20510. Cowards. What the preference on toilet paper was, dispensing from the top or coming from the back. We ever changed toilet paper direction in someone else's house? I'd do it with my friends just to mess with them. Long story short, more people are willing to change toilet paper direction in a stranger's house than talk about God with them. That's funny. Alright, that's California. Colorado. I'm writing your state senators! What are you gonna do about it, brave Sir Robert? Michael F. Bennett 261 Russell Bennett office building C 20510. It's okay, I already emailed them. That's good. I appreciate that. Email your senators. You don't have to write letters like I am. Just makes more of an impact. Even if it might be a very small impact. Hickenlooper. Man, why do your senators have all the cool names? Save some of the cool names for the rest of us. Yeah, the main hope is this is going to just cause a spectacle. Hopefully it will spur someone to take action. Cowards! No, I didn't even fold them yet. Who's our governor for max terms? He pissed off everybody. Nobody was happy with his decision, which made him a great leader. Oh, boy. Is that why he kept getting elected? When you say he pissed off everybody, do you mean he pissed off both Democrats and Republicans? Or just made bad choices? Every time something difficult would come up, he would make a committee. They would come up with a recommendation. It was always a halfway between both party choice. And then he wouldn't, Then he wouldn't follow the committee's recommendation. Yeah, that sounds like politics, though. Alright, Colorado, done. Connecticut. Christopher Murphy, Richard Blumenthal. They're not on my list here, so... Richard Blumenthal. You can tell his ancestors owned land. Art Senate office building. Art. Washington, D.C. Zero 0510. Christopher Murphy. One 136 Hart. Senate office building. Washington, D.C. 20510. You guys get stamps. Cowards, both of them. What I really need to do is look into how to get those stickers that have my address on them. Sometimes he had a little bit extra, but needless I was happy with. It was a great compromise. Though he ended up dropping out a presidential bid to secure a heavily Republican district in Colorado because he was so popular here, and they wanted to make sure the whole state wasn't. Gotcha. Oops. There we go. Need to get some address labels. What I need. Alright, that's Connecticut. Need one of those stickers? Do you have a Walmart nearby? My wife works at a Walmart. I could contact her. I could probably contact them by phone and have them give it to her. There's your printer version of those stickers. Avery brand. Like I can buy it there or they can do it for me. Because then I would need a LaserJet printer. Which I don't think I have. Okay, that was Connecticut. So here's Delaware. Let's see. Christopher A. Coons, Lisa Blunt, Rochester. They're not on my list here. Oh, you would need a printer. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Maybe I can order some online. $218 Russell. But then I'd have to wait for him to come in. That would save a ton of time, though. But it would just take too long to come in. Let's just do Rochester. 513 Hart. Senate Office Building. Washington, D.C. 20510. Maybe I'll look it up. We'll look it up here after I get these done. Reroll's almost done. Coward. They are unwilling to step up for democracy. Step up against the petulant child. They are cowards. Now I gotta fold these first. Here we're planning on canceling midterm elections because if they lose, they might accidentally impeach the president. Accidentally? How do you accidentally impeach the president? That's like accidentally buying sex slaves. Am I right, Joe? Joe knows what I'm talking about. Maybe I can get them printed. Let's see. Address, labels, Walmart. Personalized return address labels. Yeah, the Avery. Well, essentially read this morning in an article. Accidentally. So when you say LaserJet printer, yeah, I know they're blank. Walmart Business Print. Instead of 60. Yeah, but this is business. I don't want business. 60 labels, 21 labels. Yeah, that probably doesn't even happen. Let's see. Order, address, labels. WalmartChecks.com? Classic and basic? This could work. The problem is... I don't know. Business checks. Classic and basic address labels. Yeah, I just want like white. Shipping and processing not included. Yeah, that's not gonna help me. Custom address labels, return address labels. Free delivery Thursday, January 22nd. That's not gonna get here in time. Most of these are all blank labels too, so. Fastest delivery Friday, January 9th. That would actually work. $0.04 per count. Not bad. Select a style. Signature. Colossal. Botanical. Cursive block. Plain. This looks good. Inkjet. Yeah. Okay, so number of labels 500. Okay, so I might just do that. Let's see. Sort by by featured. $36. I want 500 cigarettes. Shipping options. Same day pickup, free ship to store, ship to you. 310 business days. Sort by low to high. Let's take a look at this one. Shipping estimate. Economy shipping. Expedited. That's gonna take too long. Let's try this one. All right. Let's see what shipping's gonna be like for this. Okay, proceed to checkout. Let's see if I remember my Amazon password. Ah! Got me. You got. All right, give me a second here. I'm in. I'm in a private window, so I don't pop up like ads or stuff. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong address. Use this address. All right. If I get Prime, give me the fastest. It'll be here by Friday. That's like, I don't think I'm gonna be done by Friday. Do standard January 20th or Monday the 12th? Yeah, let's do standard Monday the 12th. I'm disappointed there's no 10-point coward redeem. Well, what would it say? Yeah, let's say Monday, January 12th. Place my order then. Prime shipping, I guess. 17 is many. Did it say? Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I ordered the right amount. Calculator. 1790 divided by 0.04. 447. That's not how many ordered. Go back. Number of labels 500. Okay, there it says. Okay. I might need more, but 500 will be good enough for now. So now I can just focus on making the letters, not having to put my address on there. Okay. Ordered! Yes, I know. See, that was 24 minutes ago. If they call me, I'm just gonna hang up. It would drop pictures of senators and say, "Coward!" That'd be nice, but it'd be a bitch to program. Alright, quick ad break. Quick ad break. That was Delaware. Moody and Scott are not on my list. Gotta bring my kid into the doctor. Go do it. What's up? What's going on? Hopefully they're not too sick. Rick Scott, 110 Park. Senate. Office. Building. Washington, D.C. Read at 7 Russell. Office building. Get in there. There we go. Senator Ashley Moody and Senator Rick Scott. Cowards. Alright, moving on to Georgia. Ossoff and Warnock. Not on my list. $317 Hart. In an office building. Senator Raphael Rath G. Warnock. $717 Hart. Go 510. My wrist is going to be sore once this is all over. Hey, I know this song. Aiko, Save Me. This is in my folder. Come on. Raphael G. Warnock. Senator John Ossoff. Cowards. Hawaii. Guys are on my list. Might have to switch back to the other pen. 722 Hart. Just to reduce the stress. On my hand. Mazi A. Hirono. 109 heart. The jungle, the jungle. Part of the song.
Wow!
Wow! How's your kid doing, Bracer Robert? Got the sniffles? Hopefully not the flu. Senator Maisie K. Hirono, Senator Brian Schatz, Howards. Senator Mike Crapo. Some people call him Crapo. Uh, 239 Dirksen. Senate. Office. Building. It's my last envelope on the stack. Senator James E. Risch. 483 Russell. Senate. Office. Building. DC. 2050. Come on. I'm gonna go get my wrist brace. Senator, oh, almost forgot stamps. Almost forgot stamps. Senator Mike Crapo and Senator James E. Risch. Cowards. Alright, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. There we go. The mic wasn't working for a second there. Where'd I put the other pen? Oh, it's in my pocket. We're gonna try using this one for a bit. Not gonna be as... This is the wrong one. Okay, this should be better. I got some different pens now. Thinking about how both political parties would read the same phrase, mad in America. One would say mad isn't angry, and the other would say mad isn't crazy. Why not both? I'm a little of both. Alright, let's see how this one... Oh, man. This one's like, we have inkwell pen. I'm gonna clean it off real quick. Got a nice big ink smudge on my hands now. That one's a very easy writer. I'll probably use that one. That one's very easy. We'll use this one. This one's very easy on the hand. Okay, we already did Idaho. Move on to Illinois. Durbin and Duckworth, they're not on my list here. Okay. Gotta get used to this. Richard J. Durbin. Oh, this one's too messy. I'll finish it out. 7-Eleven Harp. Oh my gosh. This one's too messy. Try this one. Well, the way it is read changes the way you interpret the word coward. Yeah. That's why I'm doing this spectacle. People be like, "Oh, what does it mean? You're a coward." Or Tammy Dope. Oh, this one's even worse. Oh no, that one's gonna bleed like really badly. Try my good writing pen. See how this one works out. Yeah, I think I can use this one. Bit of junk off the tip there. 524 heart. I need to go find my really thin one. If I can. This one's still too thick. Crazy person writing coward is different than an angry person writing coward. Yeah, I guess. It's a joke. It's a play on the words made in America. That's why I said mad in America. I'm angry. Also, crazy person spectacles from an angry person spectacle. Oh, trust me. I know. I'm in EMS. I know exactly what you mean. It's two away. I'm gonna write this one and I'm gonna see if I can find my other pen. My other pens. Cowards! Let it be known that I am doing this as an angry person. I am an angry American. I am not crazy. Not that much. I mean, let's be honest, we're all a little crazy. No, Brave Sir Robert, the difference is I'm leaving the little feathers on. So that means I'm crazy. Or maybe I'd be crazier if I took them off. What do you think? Senator Tammy Duckworth, Senator Richard J. Durbin. Cowards. Really enjoy reading people's interpretation of things in the news, but Fox News did an article and streaming would have a different title than if NPR did. Yeah. If Fox News did it, they'd be like, Crazy American writes 500 letters causing uproar in Capitol. I'll be right back.
Raise the sun!
I missed the praise the sun. I'm sorry. Okay. Ends a little better, hopefully. Sounds like Smash Brothers. Okay, next. That was Illinois. Next is Indiana. Todd Young, Jim Banks are not on the list, so let's try this one. Praise the sun. Praise. I don't know. 185 Dirksen. In an office building. No, I don't think we're gonna go with ink pens. Or these felt tip pens. Just bleed too much. I'll just stick with regular old ballpoint for now. What I need is a gel pen. I bet I could find one if I looked, but I don't want to. Senate office
Lizard
building. Lizard. I took the lizard button away because the VTuber is in here. Washington, D.C. 20510. Okay. Amps.
Lizard
Lizard. Ike is my Smash Brothers main. Kirby! DK Fire!
Lizard.
I'll turn the lizard button back on if you really want it.
Lizard.
Alright, give me a second. I'll turn the lizard button back on. Power up some channel points. Manage rewards. Alright, refresh and the lizard button should be back on.
Wow!
Wow! Coward! I'm not a coward, I turned it back on! Oh, I gotta fold them first. Hand it to your kid again. Then keep spamming the lizard button.
Lizard.
Senator Todd Young and Senator Jim Banks. You're both cowards. Iowa, Kathleen Ernst, they're not on my list here, so we'll write them letters. Senator Chuck Grassley. 135 heart.
Coward.
Coward. Senator Joni Ernst. $260 Russell.
Coward.
Coward. Washington, D.C. 20510. The real hard part.
Coward.
Coward. Is going to be the House of Representatives. There's like 300 of them. So this is just the warm-up.
Lizard.
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 Lizard. Zelda, A Link to the Past, Into the Golden Sunset. I better not be getting a migraine. Senator Chuck Grassley and Senator Joni Ernst. You're both cowards. I mean, Lizard fits too. It does. I should just send one that says Lizard. I'm probably going to. Brain's gonna enter that state where it just kind of puts things on autopilot. Somebody's gonna say Lizard. I'm just gonna write in big letters, Lizard. Alright, that's Iowa. Moving on to Kansas. Roger Marshall, Jerry Moran. They're not on my list here, so they'll get letters. Moran. That's a terrible last name to have in school. What's up, moron? What's up, Moran? Seven periods a day, 7 beatings a day. Senator Roger Marshall. 479A. To share an office with someone? Senate office building. Washington, D.C. 20510. Good enough. Supermouth Mbamba? I didn't see it. Excuse me. I might have to take some Excedrin here soon. I took a lot of caffeine last time I was at work because I had 2 back-to-back transfers in 14 hours. Over 200 miles round trip for both of them. So I was just a little tired. Yeah. Just a little tired. Senator Jerry Moran, Senator Roger Marshall. They're both cowards. When I get back home and not in this doctor's office, I want to hear some of your opinions on our government. Oh, I'm sure I have opinions. They're probably not going to be good ones, but I have them. Rand Paul and Mitch McConnell. These fucks. They'll get the same as everyone else. I'm not a fan of these guys. Mainly because they're very supportive of everything MAGA is all about. 4510. Senator Rand Paul. 295 Russell. Russell. Senate. Office. Building. Ooh, 510. I remember when stamps had cent values on them. And if the price increased, you had to buy another set of stamps. For example, stamps were 25 cents, then they increased postage to 29 cents. You'd have to buy like 4-cent stamps to go with your 25-cent stamps. Then eventually they're like, nah, forever, all the way. Just forever stamps. Which makes sense. All right, Senator Mitch McConnell and Senator Rand Paul. No, it's not upside down. Okay. You guys are both cowards. All right. Next up is Louisiana. Bill Cassidy and John Kennedy. They're not on my list. Will they get letters? 455 Dirksen. In an office building. Washington, D.C. 20510. Senator John Kennedy. Okay, make sure I spelled that right. 437 Russell. Senate. Office. Building. Oh, 510. Give them the stamps.
balls,
Balls. Fortunately, I do not have any balls for you. You gotta fold them first. All right, Senator Bill Cassidy and Senator John Kennedy. They're both cowards. Is that tea? If there is, we're gonna throw it in the harbor. What are you talking about, tea? Which is gonna cost you selling these letters. Let's see if I can find it. No, not that. Pretty sure it's in my other pants. Or maybe it's in here. No. No. So this, one of these rolls, is a roll of 100 United States stamps. I believe they cost 72 cents each. Oh, that's not a cup. This is the roll of stamps. After you take the tape away, just kind of, you know, plays out. So I bought 5 rolls total, totaling up to 306 United States American US dollars, or whatever you want to call it. It costs $160. Plus maybe like $40 for envelopes and stationery. There is about 500 members of Congress, so we are going to be here a while. All right, Louisiana, moving on to Maine. King and Collins. They're not on my list, so they get letters. Senator Susan M. Collins. 413 Dirksen. Senate Office Building. Washington, D.C. 20510. Senator Angus S. King Jr. 133 Hart. Senate Office Building. Washington, D.C. 20510. I might enlist the wife's help once tomorrow. She doesn't have to work. but I also don't want to take away her day off. And I still have plenty of time and for those labels to get in the mail. What am I listening to? Symphony Night Lost in a Nightmare. Interesting. He rolls off for another 11 minutes. That's good. One of these days I'll remember to fold them before I start opening the envelopes. But it is not this day. Alright, Senator Susan Collins, Senator Angus S. King Jr. Both cowards. Holland and also Brooks are not on my list, so they will get letters. Chris Van Hollen 730 Art Senate Office Building, Washington DC 20510. Senator Angela E. Also Brooks. Might need to get a band-aid for my finger. Go do that once this next break comes up. That way I don't form so bad of a blister on my middle finger. Okay. Also need to take some Excedrin. I can feel the migraine creeping in. I kind of like this song, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna go download this song real quick. Lost in a Nightmare, Symphony of the Night. Pennsylvania, Sympathy of the Night. There it is. Nightmare. Need remixes. Here we go. Lost in a Nightmare. Download. Love from the Mirror. Nope. Okay. Okay, I guess I just save as. Yeah, there we go. I like that one. Okay, Senator Chris Van Hollen, Senator Angela D. Also Brooks. You're both cowards. Fishing Spirit. I do like my fishing minigames. Massachusetts. Elizabeth Warren. I'm not a big fan of her. Problem is, I don't know why. Seems to be in that section of my brain that says ew. I don't hate her. I just seem to have filed her under I don't like you. I'll keep an wary eye on that. She'll get the same letter everyone else does. Senator Edward J. Markey. 255 Dirksen. Senate Office Building. Washington, D.C. 20510.